Hey, 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 good evening. Welcome to Tax Tea Thursday with Tish. How is everyone doing tonight? It is Valentine's Day Eve. Are you all getting ready for Valentine's Day? Any special plans? All right. I am getting my phone set up so I can read these additional comments. Happy Tax Tea Thursday with Tish. It's Thursday and it is cold in the Midwest, let me tell you. So, again, thank you all for tuning in. I did know that I had a couple people wanting to join, so I am just going to wait just a couple minutes for people to join the live. It is Thursday, Friday Eve. Happy Friday Eve. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and tonight we're going to be talking about the perfect financial date night. Thank you all for joining. My name is Letitia Wilson, a financial strategist and owner of LC Financial Solutions. And tonight we're going to be talking about making finances fun, romantic, and stress free. Hey, Deja. Hey, hey, hey. My business bestie turned real life bestie is in the building today. So, um, we always have a good kiki every day of our lives. Thanks for tuning in. As I mentioned before, tonight we're going to be discussing the perfect financial date night. I know tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I just want us to drop some gems on you all tonight that can lead you off to a better financial life. If you are tuning in, drop a money bag in the chat if you ever struggled with talking about money in your relationship, and drop a heart in the chat if you are ready to start a new financial journey with your partner. So, money bag, drop a money bag if you struggle to talk about money with your partner, and drop a heart if you all have talked about your finances and the new financial journey that you all are going to take. Let me pull up my comment section here. All right, all right, all right. I got a couple money bags. I got a couple hearts. So tonight we're going to be discussing how to make money stress-free and fun. Fun conversation starters for couples about finances. We're also going to go over a step-by-step guide to setting those financial goals together, right, as a team. Because if you are in a relationship, you want to look at your finances as a team and not separately, right, to help build that wealth faster. And then we're also going to talk about some budget-friendly date ideas that won't break the bank. Okay, heart, heart, heart. Yes, I love the hearts. Yes. So Deja added the heart in the chat. You know, she's talked with her partner about their financial journey, whether it's a new or old financial journey. You want to make sure that you are talking to your partner about money, so you all can make sure that you all are on the same page. You know, when it comes to money. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Taxi Thursday with Tish. Tonight we will be discussing the perfect financial date night. So we can go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned before, we're going to talk about how to talk about money and make it fun and stress free. So money is one of the top reasons for stress in a relationship, but you know it doesn't have to be. A little money talk now can lead to a lifetime of financial happiness and financial partnership. Because again, if you are in a relationship with your partner, you all want to make sure that you are aligned, especially when it comes to finances. I don't know if you all knew this or not, but I'm pretty sure that you did. Money fights are the leading cause of relationship ending. So it doesn't matter if you're married, if it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend, trouble, throuple, whatever you choose to do in your relationship. When it comes to that money, you know, usually if you don't have it, it puts a barrier and a stress, you know, in the relationship, and it can cause your relationship to fail, especially when someone is not doing good financially within the relationship. But the good news is that couples that openly discuss their finances tend to be more financially successful and happier in the relationship, once you can actually talk about that with your partner. I do have a question for you all. So this will be an interactive live. So I do want you all to chat with me and leave comments. So one of the questions is, how often do you and your partner talk about finances? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Or is it never? And drop it in the comments. I know my husband and I, we typically talk about it. I would say at least monthly. I wouldn't say weekly because we don't really spend a lot like that. So I feel like weekly would be for those who really spend or really invest in money, especially like if it's like the stock market and you're doing option tradings or something like that. They just said daily. I love that for you all. I love that daily, daily. Yes. What is that money talking about? Um, And so with that, again, when you are discussing money, we want to go over, how to make the conversation fun and stress free. Because when you are talking about finances, that can, put a little tension in the air, but we want to turn that tension into easement and create a financial date night. I think every couple, even if you're not in a relationship and you are single, I think everyone should plan a financial date night for themselves, especially if it's monthly. Like they just said, her and her spouse talk weekly about it. So I definitely think financial date nights are needed. Again, single, in a relationship, everyone needs a financial date night, right? So you want to join, and when you all join together and set up that financial date night, you want to make it fun. It doesn't have to be formal, and you don't have to come to the table all serious about it. Again, we want to make this a stress-free and easy with no judgment, right? Because we want to listen and not judge, especially when it comes to our partners in a relationship or even yourself. Like reading your own finances can make you judge yourself, but you just want to, again, listen. Um, okay, Taraya says she is single. That is okay, baby. Single and ready to mingle. Okay, I heard it's money outside. And again, even if you are single, set up those financial date nights, at least monthly, so you can go over your finances and books and do an overview of everything, financially that you went through for the month. And like I mentioned before, you want to set the mood, even with yourself, set the mood, put yourself in a mood to make it a fun day night. You can pick a cozy spot. If you want to get on the couch and watch a movie and do your finances, you can set up a candlelight dinner, coffee shop, or even a picnic. Again, I'm in the Midwest, so a picnic is really not ideal at this time of the year. But again, make it fun, make it stress free, make it relaxing. I love a day date. Usually when people plan dates, they do it at night, but I love a day date. So again, set up that mood, couch, dinner, at the coffee shop, make it to where everyone that is going to be talking about the finances is at ease. And not only do you want to set up the mood, again, put on soft music, grab your favorite drinks, grab your notebook that you're going to be documenting everything in when it comes to your budget or your financial planner, whichever one that you have. If you don't have a budget planner, you can just get a basic notebook. I mean, that always works as well. You can write down, what you spent, your fixed expenses, variable expenses and things like that. You can write that down in a notebook. You really don't need to be fancy when it comes to a budget. And again, remember the number one rule is no judgment, just teamwork, right? Because again, we want to listen and not judge our partners when it comes to their spending habits, right? We want to be able to listen and understand where they come from when they do talk about spending. So you all can have that idea to be on the same page and align. And another question I have. So, since I did give you all some ideas about a financial date, where would you host your financial date with either yourself or your spouse? Would you do it at home? Would you go to a cafe, picnic? Drop it in the comments. Where would you go on your financial date night? For me personally, probably just a cozy dinner at home. I love being at home. I love my home. So for me, it'll probably be a nice little cozy dinner. Or maybe if I just want to get out, I'll go to a coffee shop and We can talk about it there, because even if you're not talking about finances again with your partner, you can talk about finances with yourself. Open up your bank account and look at your finances. Just because you're not spending money in your household as a family, you still want to be able to look at the money that you are spending for yourself. And then once you all set that date, get in the mood, get everything that you need as far as your financial planner or your notebook. You want to start conversations about money. So you want to have fun conversation starters, right? You don't want to just come off all seriously. So when it comes to those conversations about money, let it be fun. That's really the fun part. It's really about breaking the ice before we really get into the nitty gritty. Just like, if you're at a job or a conference, you want to break that ice to make it more comfortable for people. You can ask your partner questions like, what's your first memory of money? It could be a childhood experience that has shaped their money habits. You can do a lottery question like, if we won $10,000, what would you do with it? Type of question. Again, when you want to do those icebreaker questions when it comes to talking about finances, you want to make sure that you start off with something fun. You can even ask your partner or even ask yourself, what is your dream retirement lifestyle? And when you talk about retirement and you are with your spouse, of course, you're thinking long term. So you want to make sure that their retirement goals match with your retirement goals, right? You want to make sure that you're aligned, because if you're not talking about the money and the finances, really, you're not really aligned in the relationship, because you don't really know how they think about money and they don't know how you think about money, right? So you want to make sure that you all align when it comes to that. Another question that you can ask to break the ice: if you could spend money on one luxury thing every month, what would it be? Um, Again, that will help you balance, your needs from your wants as well. And another question that you can ask is, what is one financial habit that you admire about me? So again, when you are on these financial dates, you want to be able to boost the appreciation of your spouse, and ask them like, okay, what do you like about, my spending habits that you feel like you can take on, like, and you can ask your spouse or your partner, the same thing. Um, and if you are tuned in, I want you to drop in the comments one question that you would use to break the ice when it comes to talking about financial goals and money within the relationship on the date. So again, when you are setting up that date, you want to have those icebreaker questions. Typically, if I'm talking about finances and money with my spouse, it would be questions about like, okay, if we won $1 million, what would you do with it? Or 10,000. Let's keep it 10,000, right? Taxes will be low on that a little. What would you do with the $10,000 if you won? So when you are thinking about planning that financial date, again, whether that's with your spouse, your partner, or even yourself, be in the right mood for it and get your head in the right space when it comes to talking about, finances, because it can be a touchy subject. And then also, you want to talk about setting those financial goals together, right? So when you are in a relationship, you want to think of your money as one. Of course, I make my money, you make your money, and then we come together. But when you think about money as a whole and say, okay, all of this is our money, typically your finances tend to align a little better, right? And when you figure out, those financial goals, you all can not only define your money goals, but set goals for you all to accomplish even faster. You can set off a 3 to 12 month short term plan, which could be, paying off a debt, save for a trip, or even create an emergency fund. I know a lot of people, of course, we like to live life, we like to take vacations, but creating an emergency fund, I feel like, is really important, especially if you can save 3 to 6 months worth of funds for emergencies, right? Just in case you get laid off your job or illness or anything happen, you will have money, set aside to where you don't have to worry about that. Also, when you are setting financial goals, with your partner, not only think about short-term goals, but think about those mid-term goals. which are typically like 1 to 5 years, buying a home, starting a business, paying off a car. So that way, when you all are together on this financial date, and you all are defining your money goals as far as short term goals, mid term goals, and long term goals, you all can help each other with reaching those goals faster, right? Because you don't want to be in a relationship and feeling like you have to do everything by yourself, or feeling like you have to pay off debt, or even create that emergency fund that you have to do it by yourself. That is the whole point of having the partner, so you all can do everything together, right? And when it comes to those long term goals, those are usually 5 plus years, retirement planning, building wealth, and leaving a legacy for your family. So when you are in that financial day, again, set those goals together so you all can see how you align and then help each other reach those goals, right? Because that's what it's all about, being able to reach those goals. And step two, after you have, defined what your money goals are, you want to create again that financial vision, right? Because when you create that financial vision, you can see where you all align within 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years, or you can even break them down and do 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 7 year plans and see how your plans aligns with your spouse plans. And even if you don't have a spouse or a partner, break down your own goals, right? Have this financial day with yourself. Take yourself out maybe once a month or quarterly and look at your bank statements and see, how you are doing with your budgeting, where you can save more and where you can use that money to obtain more wealth, right? And also, I feel like a great question to ask yourself or your partner is, what does financial security mean to you? Right? Or mean to us as a family? What does financial security mean to you, and what does that look like? Because when you figure that out with your partner or even yourself, then you can understand and reach your goals and align even better, right? When it comes to that, I'm sorry, when creating your shared vision, you also want to talk about what is one money goal that you all can work on together. Because of course, we know once we get into a relationship, one person might have debt, the other person might have their own debt, but figure out a money goal that you all can work on together. Again, even if that's saving for a vacation, if you all never went on a vacation before, or maybe you have and it's just been a while, saving up for a vacation, or creating that emergency fund. Think of one goal that you all can work on together, and that will help you, not only build a relationship, but also build your financial budget, right? So after you have defined your money goals with yourself or your partner, and you created that shared financial vision, now you want to talk about making a money plan, right? So you want to choose a budget method that's realistic, right? And feasible for you to do. There are different type of financial budget when it comes to the 50-30-20 rule. As I mentioned before, 50% is of basically your fixed expenses. You can do 30% of wants and then 20% of needs, or 20% of needs and 30% of wants, whichever one you decide to do. I know a lot of people also do the cash envelope system when it comes to creating a budget. I know those are really big on social media. They have the smash boxes that's like $10,000. They have the envelope challenges that you can do. I definitely advise you to pick one of those and choose a budgeting method again that works for you to help you save as well. And then also, you want to, when it comes to making a money plan, you want to decide on what type of savings plan that you want. So you should decide if you want a automatic savings account where when you get paid, money automatically comes out. You all can open up a joint account together if you like. Or there are other financial savings plans that you can do. Personally, I do a high yield savings account, which I love. I just have money automatically come out of my paycheck and it goes to my high yield savings account, right? And so that money builds up over time, and not only does it build up over time, it creates interest. I like for my money to create interest, even though you can have a savings account, but you really do not get a lot of interest when it comes to having a saving account. So for me, I love my high yield savings account because I get interest on my money, and I've obtained so much interest. They send me a 1099 on my taxes. I was like, oh, Not y'all counting my money. Um, but again, when it comes to making that money plan, again, set a regular money check in date with your spouse or even with yourself. I'll at least say once a month and make sure that you are aligning with your budget to help reach your goals. Because it's easy to say that you want to set a budget and you want to plan for the future and you want to plan for wealth. But if you are not staying consistent with that, right, you tend to fall off. So even like I said, even if you have a budget planner or just a notebook, check in monthly just to make sure that you are still aligned and still on task with meeting whatever goal that it is that you have. And so, like I said, first, when you are setting up those financial dates with you or your spouse, you want to define your money goals. You want to be able to create a shared financial visions. You want to be able to make a money plan as well. I do have an audience poll question. So, do you and your partner already have financial goals together, or do you yourself have financial goals together? Yes, okay. Terry said a financial date will be fun. I'm just waiting on a spouse to do this with. I heard that. But even if you don't have a spouse at this time, you can set up a date with yourself. I love self dates. I love taking myself out on a date just to get that peace and quietness. You can use that time to create that budget and set those financial goals for yourself. And again, do you or your partner already have financial goals together? It could be a yes, sort of, no, not at all. I know personally, my husband and I, we do have financial goals together and we have financial goals separately as well. I do feel that in a relationship, it's always good to have goals together and then also to have goals separately as well. Oh, excuse me. And lastly, we're going to talk about after creating that, making a money budget plan, you want to go and talk about budget friendly date night ideas, right? Because again, this is about a financial date night, and we are here to build your wealth and minimize your taxes. So when it comes to planning a date night, it doesn't have to be, expensive. You don't have to go to Ruth Chris or a five-star restaurant or anything like that. You want to have those budget friendly date nights, with your spouse, with your partner, or even yourself. Fun dates, doesn't mean that it has to break the bank, right? We want to be able to be romantic, plus have those fun dates that won't break the bank, right? So, again, like I said, when you are planning those dates, a great date idea is a at home night spa where you all can give each other, face masks, massages, have some relaxing music, your wine or liquor, whatever you prefer. Even if you don't drink, have your favorite tea, water, whatever, and create that inexpensive, right? Because that's the whole thing. We want to be able to live under our means and not really at or above, right? Just in case things happen. I'm always a precautionary person, right? So I like to live under my means just in case something happens. Now, okay, I still got money set aside, so now I'm fine. I like to be able to live under my means so when things happen that's unexpectedly, I don't have to worry about it, right? If I lose my job tomorrow, I can be like, okay, I'm fine. I have 6 months of savings left. Now let's just focus on finding or taking off with my business full time or finding another HR job, right? So for me, that's what I like. And like I said, when you are setting up these dates, date ideas can be a stay at home spa. You can have a movie and popcorn night, picnic at the park. You can have a money game night where you all play Monopoly, the game of life, or any other financial trivia game. Um, or you can do like a thrift store challenge, maybe if you all are into thrifting, where you all can give each other $10, and whoever makes the best outfit wins or something like that. Again, the dates does not have to be expensive, right? We want budget friendly date nights. Even in bowling, I feel like it's a budget friendly date night depending on the night that you go. I know it's a bowling alley in my area, and it charges like maybe 50 cents a game after a certain time for so many games. So again, think about those budget friendly date nights when you are creating those financial date nights, because again, finances is a touchy subject. So when you are talking to your partner about creating that financial date night, you want it to be light, you want it to be fun, you really don't want it to be heavy, because we don't want to start arguments, right? We want this to be a stress free date, right? especially when it comes to talking about finances. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, the best date nights, they aren't about how much money you spend. They are really about the quality and the time that you all use to invest into each other, right? Because it is February, so it's all about love, but every month should be all about love. Every day should be about love. So I just wanted to come here and give you all some financial date night tips that you all can use to have that money. I'm sorry, to have that conversation about money, right? That makes it fun and stress free and romantic at the same time. So, some of the key recaps that we had discussed tonight was talking about money with your partner. Again, should be fun and not stressful. We don't want this to be a judgmental type of situation. We want to listen but not judge, right? That's the 2025, I feel like, quote of the year. We want to listen but not judge, and make it a, stress free fun night when we're talking about a date night, because again, it is date night, right? So you want to have a great night, especially when it comes to talking about finances. You want to use those fun conversation starters to learn more about each other and your money habits. Like I said, if I won $10,000, what would you do with it? Or if you could take a luxury vacation every month, where would you go? Things of that sort. And then, of course, you want to set financial goals to build a secure future. You have to talk about money with your partner. You definitely always want to make sure that the goals align so you all know that you're on the same page, right? Because you don't want to be with somebody that is okay with working until they die, and you like, nah, I kind of want to retire, I want to do this, I want to save, I want to do this. So you want to make sure that when you are with your partner, you all talk about the money and how it will align in the relationship. And again, when you all talk about money and how it will align in the relationship, it will alleviate any stress or any tension when it comes to talking about money. And lastly, you do not need money, right, to spend to have a great date night, to for the date night to be meaningful. Again, like I said, it can be at home, it could be popcorn, it could be a picnic, it could be a walk in the park, going to a museum, something free. You don't always have to spend money, right? There are a lot of free things to do in your area around the world. So when it comes to setting those date nights, make it fun, make it inexpensive, and enjoy each other's company, right? Because that's really what it's all about. I challenge you all, for everyone that's listening to this live, I challenge you all to set up your first financial date night next week. This week is over. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I challenge you all next week to set up your first financial date night and come back and tell me how it was, right? If you haven't set up one before, like I said, even if you don't have a spouse partner, set it up with yourself. Set up your first financial date night, right? If you need help creating a budget, managing your finances, or even setting up a tax strategy, you can definitely book a free consultation with me at www.lcfinancialsolutions.com. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page at LC Financial Solutions. And I do have Facebook, which is Letitia Wilson. So if you all need assistance again with creating a budget, managing your finances, or even setting up a tax strategy to help you build the wealth, definitely reach out and schedule a consultation. I'll be more than happy to help you all, again, maximize your wealth and minimize your taxes. Make sure you follow me on all social media for more financial tips. Share this live with your friend or anyone who may need, or anyone, not I wouldn't even say need, but anyone you think that would like this advice when it comes to budgeting and creating a financial date night. And again, share, like, subscribe, comment, replay if you are catching a replay as well. And my last and final question to you all: what's the first money goal you and your partner are going to work on together? You can drop it in the chat if you are watching a replay. But as you think about this, or even if you're not in a relationship, what is your first money goal, right? My first money goal, I would say, for better money management, right? Because I feel like a lot of people manage money, but I always want us to manage it better. So my first money goal, again, was to set up a high yield savings account where money automatically comes out of my check It goes to a saving account and build interest. I believe I'm coming up on a year, I believe, with having that high yield savings account. Um, I have my high yield savings account with American Express. I'm not promoting them, so if you go on there, I don't get any type of credit or anything like that. But I did like the American Express because one, they have a high interest rate. Two, there wasn't a budget to set up a high yield savings account. So if you are interested in setting up a high yield savings account with your bank or any other bank or credit union, just look at their requirements because some of them do have like a minimum requirement that you have to invest monthly, right? So with American Express, there wasn't a minimum budget, which I love because I was able to put the minimum in there that I could afford. Again, making sure my budget is realistic because when creating that budget, you don't want to be over realistic. Say, okay, yeah, I want to save 10,000 and I'm gonna save $300 every month when realistically you can only probably save $100 to $150, right? So again, my high yield savings account was one of my first money goals that I had for myself. And as far as being in a relationship with my partner, I feel like our first money goal was to make sure that each of us become debt free. So that is my goal. Well, our goal as well is to become debt free for the 2025 year, right? We want to have no debt, no student loans, credit card debt, no car notes or anything like that. So that is one of our goals together. Um, and remember, money conversations today lead to financial freedom tomorrow. So thank you all for joining, tuning in to Tax Tea Thursday with Tish. I am here every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. We still are in the month of February, so I'm still thinking about romancing your finances for the entire month. Um, but yeah, tune in, share, like, subscribe. Um, Go ahead and put a replay in the comments if you are catching a replay. And again, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great night and a great Valentine's Day tomorrow. Good night.